Okay. Good evening, guys. How are you? How's everything? My name is Hussein Shubbar, HR manager and payroll manager. We will, inshallah, have this training session about how to motivate the learners. Okay, and about motivation in general. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, this is Abdulaziz. I'm a recruitment specialist in Arab paper manufacturing company.
And this is Thamra Jaib. I am working currently in the HR department at Gulf Customers Experience.
Mohammed Al-Gharib, you need to unmute your mic.
I'm Mohammed Al-Gharib, mechanical engineer. I am happy to present this presentation. Thank you all.
Thank you, guys. Hopefully, this training session will be soft and easy, and you will enjoy it. Hopefully, and before we start, okay, as we know, the subject is how to motivate how to motivate learners. Okay, and before we start anything, okay, there is a poll I will share with you guys, and you need to select the answer you think is the correct one. Okay, and we will review later on the result. Within a moment, you will get the poll in your chat box. Did you find it?
Yes, in the chat box.
Okay. So the first one.
Are you an intrinsically or extrinsically motivated type? I would go for intrinsically.
Okay, nice.
Is the motivation important at all? Yes, it is. Well, it depends sometimes, but let's see. It's Are you living in motivation?
Tamer, did you get the
Yes, I'm answering the questions now.
Okay.
To some extent. Are you living in a motivation environment? That's moderate, I would say moderate. Do you think you can change the demotivated environment? Yes, I
So
can.
the question number 3, are you living in motivate environment or not? Okay. And the last one is, do you think you can change the demotivated environment? Okay. So I will start first, and we will see your answer later on. I think I am intrinsically motivated. Okay, is motivated important? Yes, it is for me, 100%. Are you living in motivated environment? Okay, to some extent. Okay, so we finished now. So let's go to the slides. Then we will see the result. Okay, so in the beginning, how to motivate learners. Okay, so this in the beginning, the introduction, like motivation definition. Okay, so Thamer, could you please read this
Yes, sure.
definition?
Sure. So according to Science Direct 2025, motivation to learn is a general construct that comprises subjective expectations as well as incentive values, anticipated consequences like pride, sorrow, shame, or reactions of significant others. The incentive of learning action itself, example, interest in activity.
Yeah, thank you, Thamer. So motivation is, and you can have your own definition for motivation. So, Thamr, what do you think as a Thamr, yani, okay? What do you think? What is motivation is?
Motivation is, I believe it is a process that can push you to do things in a better way.
Yeah, you are right. Abdullah, what do you think?
For me, motivation is the drive to make me do things with without let's say with discipline. Okay, I'm not going to incorporate discipline with motivation because discipline's better than motivation. Motivation is the things that you do things you don't feel the heavy on it. You just do it like in a light way. So with the motivation,
Yeah,
it's going to be easier for you. But without motivation, it's going to be harder for you because you will be disciplined and you have to show some discipline to do tasks. So motivation is what will make the process fun, enjoyable, and easier to perform.
yeah, I agree. But in the second slice, we will know that sometimes you would have motivation even if you don't like what you are doing. Okay, if there is external power force you to do the things. Okay, and we will know what's that in the second slide. Okay, here the motivation type. Abdullah, can you please write this?
Sure. Motivation types, there are two types of motivation, which is intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation refers to self-desire to learn something or to explore it. It may be because the benefit of this knowledge or just the desire of knowing this knowledge. And the second type of motivation, which is extrinsic motivation, which is refers to the external power push the learners to learn from, for example, the fear of fail, shame, or punishment. For example, when the kids study just to get a candy, or when they're afraid from punishment or termination if they are employees.
Yeah, and here was what I was talking about. Sometimes people do things even if they don't like it, but because they want to get something. Okay, and this consider as well also this motivation. Okay, so in the first one, and this is the best one we like, the entrance motivation. When the motivation came from inside ourselves, okay, when we want these things, this is the best practice. This is the best motivation because no need for anyone to tell us you have to do this, you have to do that. But from inside, we believe in our goals, we believe in what we are doing, and we want this, we really want this happen. So we will push ourselves, we will wake up in the morning, we will go uh, head to the work or to the university, we will attend the classes, we will attend the meetings, and all this because we are motivated. Okay, and guys, also there is a I found one YouTube video, and I would like to watch with you. Let's see it together.
When you're excited by something, a subject, you learn it at a very high rate. When you're not excited, it takes you much longer to learn something. So find something that excites you inside. How do you generate motivation, I guess, in your daily life or in your work? We use language for things that are kind of abstract, but motivation, if you want to boil it down to something, is just basically your energy levels, your excitement levels. That's what makes you motivated. So let's just reduce it down to what creates motivation in your life, in anything. It's excitement. It's the desire that you have inside of you to do something, okay? So if you have a job that doesn't excite you, and believe me, I've had plenty of those jobs in my rich history before I wrote the 48 Laws, so I understand that feeling. You have a job that doesn't connect you, that you don't like, it's very difficult to stay motivated in that circumstance, and I understand. So the thing that you have to do in those situations is you have to find something to be excited about. You have to find something that you can learn about the situation. And I talk about this in other interviews in some of my books. Even the most boring, mindless job, there's going to be something that you can learn about yourself or about people. If you're working in a restaurant and you have to serve people, you can learn about their psychology. You can learn about things that you don't like about people. You can learn about yourself and things that you don't like about yourself. When you're excited by something, a subject, you learn it at a very high rate. When you're not excited, it takes you much longer to learn something. So find something that excites you inside, that you love to read. It has nothing to do with your job, right? It could be ancient history, it could be badminton, it could be fashion, I don't care. It excites you, but it has nothing to do with your job. Spend your spare time going into that, and then when you're at work, you can start thinking about it, and you can bring books along with you if you have the ability to do that. I remember I worked in Paris. Okay, you're in Paris, you go, wow, Robert, how can you be not motivated when you're there? Well, I had a really boring job. I was working at a telephone answering service, the very first one in Paris, there to translate messages. Nobody called. I was there for 8 hours a day and had nothing to do. I decided that I was going to read the 7 volumes of Marcel Proust's Remembrance of Things Past, À la recherche du temps perdu. I was going to fill it with reading something that really excited me. Of course, no one was supervising me, so I had that ability. Find something that excites you, because that's what motivates you. The best thing to do is to find a career that excites you, in which everything will motivate you. You need to learn more and you need to get better and better and better because you love it. So love and excitement and energy are all parts of motivation. And you're not going to be motivated if you don't like what you're doing. So you have to find something in that job or whatever it is that does genuinely excite you, and that will motivate you.
That in general, he is talking about
But I think, Mr. Hassan, I
the
have something
motivation.
that I want to add regarding the motivation, because you have mentioned the motivation that is the one to let us work and go to university and to learn something new. But you said that even if we don't like it, you just do the things. And now it becomes not motivation, it becomes a discipline. So because you are disciplined, you do things that you don't like. You don't feel you want to do it, but you have to do it
Mhm.
regardless. So I wouldn't call it as a motivation. Motivation is the things that, as it refers in the definition, it's the desire to do things or to seek or to explore a knowledge or experience. The absence of
Yeah,
desire, discipline. I think
yeah, it could be, but also scientifically they call it motivation, as we saw in the definition. Okay, and this extreme motivation because there is a force push you to do this. For example, going to the work every day and do similar things every day. Okay. Mm, you are, if you are not motivated, even negatively, but you are motivated to do. Okay. But the best one, yes, the positive one, when you like what you are doing. But still, some people call this motivation, even if you don't like. Okay,
Then
let's go to the.
can you hear different opinions? What do you think about it, Tamer?
Regarding the motivation, what do you mean by, can you clarify this point, your question?
No, what we're talking about is not only motivation and discipline. Mr. Hussain says that motivation, that even the absence of motivation, it's considered as motivation. So basically, even if you're not motivated, okay, you go to the work and to push yourself to the limit that you have to do the work or to study or to experience new things or new projects or new learning or new courses. So do you think that's a motivation or a discipline? Something that you don't like, but you are still doing it.
I think that someone should motivation means that the person is willing to do certain thing, certain goal, to achieve certain goal.
Good. So what about
Yeah,
if the
actually,
motivation
there
is
is
different?
no right or wrong answer. Okay, it is all theories. Yeah, you can call this just discipline if you are doing the things just because you believe it is right. Okay, it is not motivation. You can call it discipline. Yeah, it's fine. It could be. Okay, as we all know, there's no right or wrong answer. It could be you can call it motivation or discipline. Okay, but it is all these, some theories. Okay, some people divide the motivation to two types, as we saw, extrinsic and intrinsic. And yeah, things is like this.
Right. You're right.
Okay, so shall we go to this next one? The impact of motivation. Okay, can you read, Abdullah?
Sure. The impact of motivation is to increase resilience, improved focus, enhanced emotional well-being, lead to success in personal and professional life, which is totally I agree with that.
Yeah. Here, the we are talking about the impact of motivation, increase resilience, improve focus, all these things, enhance emotional well-being, and this is very important in either workplace or classrooms. Well-being is very important. Okay. So here the smart objective. Did you hear about this before?
Yeah,
Okay.
which is related to
Can
specific
you,
achievement and relevant and time bound or timeline.
yeah, could you please give me an example about smart objective?
Sure.
Something we can call it a smart objective.
Sure. Let's say that you have a course like a CIPD, okay, level 3 or level 5, whatever, and you have it's a specific, which is CIPD and measurable and attainable. You already know when to end and what's the material that you have to use, and there is a timeline. And not to forget to relevant. Relevant is really important. That's relevant to our major or relevant to our career growth. So that's what's the definition of the smart objectives. To complete the CIPD level 3 or level 5 or level 7.
Mhm. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is specific. You know what you want. It is measurable. The grade pass. Achievable. Yeah, you can achieve this goal. Okay. Because so many people achieve it. So normally you can achieve it. Relevant, yes, it is relevant to the real life, relevant to your job, relevant to your study. Time bound, yes, there is a time. Either it is a 7 month or a 13 month, uh, like level 5. Thamar, could you give us example
Okay,
for smart objective?
sure. When you have a goal like losing weight, okay, like 30 kilograms, you have certain time that you want to achieve this goal. This could go with the smart objective. Like you have objective, you want to achieve it.
Mhm. Yeah, you are right. You are right. So the importance of this technique or these tools to set good goals. Okay, not just I have a dream or I have wishes, but in the end of the day, you gonna lose your time only. Okay, so if we have any goals or any objective, we have to test it. Okay, is it smart? Is it measurable? Is it achievable? Is it relevant? It is time, has time frame or not? If the goals has all these things, yes, we can call it smart objective. So here, like open discussion here, a positive learning environment. Okay, so guys, do you think your class or workplace is positive learning environment? Tamer?
I think that uh, we can create a positive environment.
But
And
currently, is it positive, or do
it's
you think?
positive, and we can make it more positive as well.
Good, good, good. Abdullah, what do you think about your workplace or your
Well, it's totally subjective. Okay, I'm not gonna say that it's positive or negative either because my definition of work environment it's my colleagues and my line manager, regardless of the other departments. If I want to measure it,
Mhm,
so if I compare it to the line manager and my colleagues, yes, it is positive. But overall, as a work culture, it's not positive. Okay, there are
mhm,
many cons on it, and we have to work on that to make it the best workplace for all employees. I'm not going to
mhm,
be specific in one department. I'm going to go for the full umbrella, which is the whole organization.
mhm. Okay, fine. For me, if I will ask myself, yes, the workplace is a positive environment, but it need more. Okay, we need to add more tools like e-library, e-learning system like LMS, learning management system. We need all these things to improve the learning environment. Okay, Abdullah, do you think you can change the environment?
Yes, I can for sure.
How?
How? As I have mentioned earlier, we can use, or let's say we can create a learning platform in our ASS. It's an in-house built software. We can find the
Nice.
reliable sources, reliable websites for all employees, regardless whether they are in operation, production, procurement, or let's say administration department and technical department, which is related to safety and production, and administration related to accounting, HR, and IT.
Yeah,
So
I'm
not
sure.
only, not only this, I think we can conduct a survey to ask the employees the same question that you have asked me. I'm going to ask the full employees, and we will give them
Mhm,
options by about 1 to 5 options. So if it's suitable, if it's supportive, if it's positive environment, and how can we make it more? If it's not positive, then how can we make it positive? So they will have a space to elaborate, to demonstrate what to do, what not to do, what to avoid, what not to avoid, and etc. etc.
Yeah, yeah. It's good. It's good. Yeah, and as you said, it is important to make it accessible so all people have access to this platform. They can read, they can watch, they can either, even if you can add gamification like learn through games, this will be very good. And here, the slides talk about how to change the environment. Abdullah, can you read?
Yes, encourage work-life balance, allow time for breaks, build a strong company culture, encourage open communication, and increase office comforts, rotate workspaces. If I want to give a comment on these bullet points, before we
Uh,
conduct or before we start all of these mentioned in the slide, I would prefer to again to conduct a survey for the employees, and the high percentage of we will start doing the changes based on the options that have been selected by the employees. So if they select about allow time for breaks, let's say that they choose whether it's 11 to 12 or 12 to 1 or what, regardless of the timing. Or let's say that they want to bring more comforts offices, such as free coffee, free water, meals, for example, on open buffet. We don't know. Just the most important part for us that we need to listen to our employees. We need to hear them. So what they are looking for, we provide them, and this is how to. And I think this is how to make the best the best workplace when we listen to the employees, because we need to know their demands. So when we solve it, when we address it, I think we can reach to the positive environment in the future.
You're right, you're right. Also, I want to, you remember before we start the class, we discussed about encourage work-life balance and how the management could affect in this and what the role of the management in this. Actually, I believe the direct manager play a significant role in this. If he understands the importance of the positive environment and the benefit and the impact of all this positive environment, he will push the people to have a break. Okay, not just reject their vacation and or just reject the yeah, reject their vacation request. And this common problem I saw it in several workplace, people crying just to get a vacation. I don't know why. Usually this because of the poor management and poor structure when they rely on one employee to do everything, and this employee he can't take any break. This is يعني, very bad or very poor management. Structure should be built in way allow everybody to have a break in reasonable time. People must have go vacation, traveling, spend time with their families. If they have maternity, paternity, yeah, they have enjoy all this time. And work is part of our life, not all our life. So it is. Yeah, this the resources of these slides. I will share with you these slides, and as we say every time, this very important to mention the resources, and we have to respect the copyright for everything, for all information. In the end, gentlemen, do you have any question?
Thank you very much. It was a lovely L&D session.
Thank you, Hussein. It was a very informative session.
Thank you very much, and see you soon, inshallah. طيب كذا احنا بعدين نشوف نقص شو اسمه.
قفلت ريكوردينج. قفلت ريكوردينج.
لا والله ما قفلته من هنا.
يقفل الريكوردينج.
ريكوردينج تمام.